Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Hen Sports Night. Alongside Mia Hansen, I'm Victoria Delano, and this is the season finale.
Week 13 of the NFL just wrapped up and produced lots of drama across the league. In the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles have suffered 2 losses in a row against the Dallas Cowboys, and the Chicago Bears also beat them too, while the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants have been officially eliminated from playoff contention. Heading over to the AFC North, with Joe Burrow's return, the Cincinnati Bengals were able to pull out a win against the Baltimore Ravens.
Switching over to the WNBA, the draft lottery determines the order of the 5 teams with the lowest record. The Dallas Wings will be selecting first overall for the second year in a row. Trailing behind them will be the Minnesota selecting second and Seattle selecting third. Mock drafts have been reported that AZ Fudd, Lauren Betts, and Olivia Miles are top prospects to be drafted in the early first round.
In college football news, head coach Lane Kiffin has shockingly left his position at Ole Miss despite their 11-1 record, an impressive run to the playoffs. Kiffin stated that his request to continue coaching the Rebels was denied, causing him to take the head coach position with LSU under a 7-year, $91 million contract. He will not be coaching Ole Miss through the playoffs, leaving many questions for the future success of the team.
Looking now onto the NHL, the Colorado Avalanches are currently at the top standings with a record of 18-1. Additionally, the Flyers dominated the Devils with a final score of 5-3. After suffering a 4-game losing streak with the New York Rangers, were able to bounce back and win 3 games in a row before they lost to the Lightning on Saturday.
Now moving on to UD Athletics, first the men's basketball. Last night, they hosted Iona University in a very special Unlock the Light game where they took a tough loss with a score of 89-66. They look to take on state rivals Delaware State this Saturday on the road.
Now on to women's basketball. This past Saturday, they beat old conference rivals Towson University with a score of 91-80. Hens are hot right now with a 3-game win streak as they travel on the road to play Colgate University this Thursday. Special shout out to Trinity Vance for winning Conference USA Women's Basketball Freshman of the Week.
This past Saturday, our very own University of Delaware's football team honored their seniors and went out with a bang, beating UTEP 61-31. With this amazing win, they now have a record of 6-6, and their season is not over yet. This Sunday, December 7th, Delaware will find out who they will play in their bowl game in their first year in the FBS.
That's all we have for you here at Desk Updates. Happy holidays to all, and now let's hand it over to Ellie, Mia, and Lauren with NFL Trivia.
What's up, Blue Hens? I'm Ellie, and I'm alongside Mia, and we're out here on campus asking students NFL trivia. Okay, hi guys, I'm here with
Bailey,
Emer,
Gabriella,
Okay, can you guys name 5 teams with birds as their logo?
Eagles, Ravens, Seahawks. Can we get regions?
Okay, the one is red and black.
Oh. The Falcons.
Yes. Okay.
Cardinals.
Yes. Yay. Good job, guys.
Okay, we have a familiar guest here, but today I'm here with
Dylan.
Can you name the top 4 oldest quarterbacks in the NFL currently?
Oldest. We're going to have Aaron Rodgers, Stafford,
Yes.
Jared Goff. Is he on the list?
No.
Ooh, okay.
One of them is a UD alum. I'm surprised you don't know it.
Joe Flacco.
One more.
So Stafford, Flacco, Rodgers.
I'll give you a hint. He's on the Giants.
Oh, Russell Wilson?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, we got it. Thank you.
I'm here with
Luke.
Okay, Luke, can you name 5 teams with orange in their logo?
Bengals,
Yeah.
Browns,
Yeah.
Broncos,
Yeah.
Bears.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let him.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dolphins?
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
For real?
Yes. Good job. Hi, I'm here with.
Matt and
Mo.
Luke.
And Mo.
Can you guys name the last 4 quarterbacks to win in the last 5 Super Bowls?
We got Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. More.
Who's before? Was it Tom
Is
Brady?
it Tom Brady?
Oh, man. Oh.
For Tampa, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Tom Brady. Yes. Thank you guys. Good job.
We're here today with another familiar face. I'm here with
Sam Cucuzella.
Hello, Hens Sports Night. I am Sam Cucuzella.
Can you name the 4 oldest quarterbacks in the league currently?
I think Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco are definitely in that top 2. Do they have to be starting quarterbacks?
No.
Oh, Matthew Stafford.
Yes. One more.
One more besides Flacco, Stafford, and Rodgers.
He's definitely not starting.
Definitely not starting. Okay. I'm trying to think. This is bad, man. I should know this. See East. East. Oh, is it Russell Wilson?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here with,
Ben.
and can you name 3 teams with their name written in their logo?
Their name written in their logo. Okay, that's going to be the Jets. It's going to be, let me lock in.
Do you want a hint?
No, like I got this. Just give me a second. Let me
Okay.
lock. The Chiefs.
No.
No?
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine! No.
Wait, I said the
One of them is from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. The Steelers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. One more.
Okay.
One more. Okay. Thank you.
What?
Gina.
Can you name the 6 NFL teams that have a bird in their logo?
Okay. Ravens, Eagles, Cardinals. What kind of bird are we talking? Like,
Well, 2 of them have red and black in their colors, if that helps at all. Okay. One of them's in Atlanta, and one of them is in...
Falcons. Falcons. Okay. Well, this is Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Well, you got all the good ones, so congratulations. Well, thank you.
Okay, hi guys. I'm here with.
Giovanni Barney.
Can you name the last 4 quarterbacks to win in the last 5 Super Bowls?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Nick Foles.
No.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And
You got it. You got it.
wait, I'm here. Matthew Stafford.
Yes. Yes. Good job. Thank you.
That's all we have today for NFL trivia. Now let's head it back to the studio with NBA hot takes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hot Takes. My name is Ryan Furman, alongside with Matt Pollard and Sean Atkins-Harris. And we've had a long history here at Hot Takes, and we're happy to keep this tradition going. That being said, welcome back to HSN Hall of Fame member Tony Dean. Glad you can join us.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So first on the agenda today, we're going to be talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. Can they beat the Warriors' long-lasting record of the 9-loss season? Sean, do we think they're going to uphold it, the Thunder?
I've been thinking long and hard about this. You know what, man? They got 20 wins, 1 loss right now, and J-Dub's coming back soon. I feel as though they can pull it through. I feel as though they can beat the record. SGA's having another MVP season, man. I feel as though it can happen. I think it can happen. It can happen, man.
Tony, thoughts?
I personally don't think it will happen. You know, they still have to face that team in LA, not the Clippers. They have to face the Lakers. And I don't see them beating the Lakers. And I don't see them beating the healthy Spurs. And I don't see them beating any other team they have to beat this season from the West, to be honest with you. So I don't think they're going to beat that record. It will be close, though, but they won't beat it.
Yeah, the West is definitely tough. Pollard?
I mean, the Lakers, I don't know about that one, but the Thunder have won 20 out of 21. I mean, they're not going to keep that pace up exactly throughout the rest of the year. But at this rate, I think they do have a good chance of beating that record, 73-9. They know exactly what they're doing. Their GM, Sam Presti. And the crazy thing is, you talked about the Clippers earlier a little bit, but the Clippers and the Jazz are both terrible this year. And the Thunder have both their first-round picks next year, so it's going to be even better for them next year.
Yeah, all I got to say is I'm scared of the Oklahoma City Thunder regardless of what the record is this year. But let's move it on to the little shakier Eastern Conference. However, there is a team that's been a little bit over the pack of a little bit of mediocrity. Let's talk about the Detroit Pistons and the surprise they have been this year. So, Sean, what do you think about the Pistons?
Yeah, man, they definitely surprised me this season. I knew they were going to be somewhat good, but I didn't think they were going to be this good off the bat. But to round it off, like the compliment, I feel as though towards the playoff time, even though it is still technically earlier on in the season, I feel as though they may make the playoffs. They're definitely going to make the playoffs, yes. But in terms of the deep push, I don't see them sustaining that offense they got going on right now, the little spark they got. I think the spark's going to run out soon.
I mean, it's they are doing hot right now. I think it really comes down to them having another superstar on that team. And then outside of that, I don't think, they're not going to end up that good, bro. Because they got Trey Young come back. When he comes back, the Hawks are going to be dominant as well. So I don't think the Pistons got to give them 2-3 more seasons. Then that'd be nice.
Pollard, what do you think?
I mean, Detroit runs on Duncan Robinson. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
Oh goodness, the Pistons. I mean, they got Cade. I mean, do they have enough star power to push through? Probably not. I mean, Tobias Harris has been playing well, but us Sixers fans know Tobias Harris is not going to get it done.
Nope.
But, however, speaking of the Sixers, let's talk about our Philadelphia 76ers. How do we think the injuries are going? How do you think the minute restrictions are going? How that's going to affect the season? Sean?
Man, it's affecting us bad. Even though I'm wearing my Eagles merch, I forgot I didn't bring my Sixers. Fire Kevin Patullo, but that's the story for another day. The injuries, man, we've been dealing with this for years, and at this point, may God help us. I feel as though if we were healthy, definitely way better than what we are doing right now. Early on in the season, I had hopes. I want to say it's kind of dying out a little bit. But, still early on in the season. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Now, Pollard, your thoughts on our Sixers?
I mean, it hurts me to say this, but I mean, their window's closing. That's all I gotta say. I mean, VJ Maxey, but without Embiid, that's like what, $60 million a year, and then Paul George, $50 million a year. Like, you can't win with all that money out every other game. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest problem with our Sixers is the consistency. I mean, no one is really playing every single night. The minutes restriction is just too hard to bear. But real quick, I want to talk about the rookies that have been crazy. Real quick, who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year?
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag. Sean?
My heart is saying VJ, but Cooper Flag's been turning it up, man. I can't even lie.
Pollard, real quick.
Knuckle.
Con Knuckle's been going crazy, but that's all we have with hot takes. Now let's take it off to Retro Day.
You know, I've been thinking, I'm really trying to find a new sport, and I've heard the NBA this year, it's been really good, but I'm trying to find a team. Could you kind of tell me a team to, maybe follow?
I've got a team for you, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay, who's on the team, though, that I really should be interested in?
They got a few guys, but I think you got to really look back for this.
Okay, how can I look back? Aren't we, 2025 or something?
Well, I've got a guy for you.
You got a guy?
He can take you back to their heyday.
Okay.
Here she is, the old time machine. So you just hop in here and set it back to 1983.
Okay. Let's open up this computer and let's see. Take me back to 1983.
Happy travels.
Oh man, I don't know where the heck I am, but it doesn't look like I've changed any places because I got a Gunnar Henderson jersey here, How you doing?
This isn't Gunnar Henderson. Who's that? This is Cal Ripken. This is our best shortstop in the whole league. This is the MVP. I already got my World Series tickets right here.
Let me see these. This is probably like those car extended warranties I keep doing. Oh my god. 1982? Are you serious?
Yeah, man. We're going to be so good for the next 20 years.
Where am I? I don't like this. Okay. I'm gonna continue. You have a nice day, sir.
You too, man.
Thank you. Who's over here? Hey, man. I just ran into this weird guy trying to convince me, I might be in the 1980s. You seem normal. You got a nice Canucks jersey on. Could you help me get back to where I think I'm supposed to be?
Canucks were blue, red, and white. I'm wearing the Hartford Whalers.
The who?
Hartford Whalers. We were
the things in the ocean, the big thing.
Yeah, we were one of the worst teams. The Stanley Cup was the Islanders and Oilers. The Oilers took it from the Islanders. Wayne Gretzky finally won a cup. He's going to be a great player, I'm telling you.
He's been retired 20 plus years.
No, he's 3 years into his NHL career.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna find some real people that know what we're talking about. You have a great day, buddy.
Greatest player is Mario Lemieux, but Gretzky's up there.
Surely the TV's gotta have something that's right and can explain where I'm at.
Good evening. We are live from Sports Center. This is Jake O'Donnell. The Philadelphia 76ers have just swept the Los Angeles Lakers. Moses Malone led the charge, and surely this will lead to countless years of playoff success and championships for this new Sixers squad. And for the Lakers, though, it might be tough with a Magic Johnson who's aging slightly, a Kareem who is near the tail end of his career. I don't know if it's looking good for the Lakers, but for the Sixers, keep your hopes up. Plenty of championships are coming in the near future.
You know, I'm sold. I'm just going to stay in this 1983 year that I've been taken to. That strange guy who, I don't know who he is, but you know, I'm going to just stay here. Life's going to be good. Sixers are going to be great, and my life's going to be great.
One eternity later.
Oh, who are you? You don't recognize me, do you? Remember the man 40 years ago you told to become a 76ers fan?
James?
Exactly. I waited that entire time, and I have not seen another championship. I haven't even seen a conference finals in 20 years, man. Why? Why did you do it to me? I was just looking for a team, and yet you gave me that piece of crap.
If they had it good for the start, man, I had your hopes up high. I wanted you to see something.
And look what happened. I grew this beard. I haven't shaved in 40 years since we last won that game. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers.
Gallagher? Are you the guy who pants my dad back in '83?
Oh, that wasn't me.
You're the one who pants my dad. You tell me hard about this all the time. Why would you pants my dad?
Because you like the New York.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new show, Overrated, Underrated, or Properly Rated. I will give several athletes to this wonderful round table of gentlemen, and we will see if they are overrated, underrated, or properly rated in terms of their opinions. We have Anthony Calvinese right here to my left. To my right, we have Henry Knott and Sam Mendelson. So the first athlete I would like to give is one who just played yesterday, actually. We have Drake May.
Drake May.
Is he overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
May. He's underrated. He's a top 5 quarterback in the game already.
Okay. Henry Knott, do you have anything to say?
Drake May, you are properly rated. You are the GOAT. You are the best quarterback in the NFL currently. Properly rated.
I second that.
Properly rated. Anthony Calvinese.
Wrong.
You're just a hater.
Wrong.
You're a hater.
Let me talk.
Hater.
Wrong and wrong. Okay, look. You're kind of right because I would say he's properly rated, but some of the people that think he's like the greatest thing since sliced bread, they're overrating him. Give him a couple years of success. Like the guy hasn't even played in the playoffs yet. You can't rate a guy and talk about how great he is, a top 5 quarterback, if you haven't had success in the playoffs yet. Let's see what he does when he gets to the playoffs. Then we'll talk.
I'll give you that argument because he's yet to play a playoff game, but the Patriots first seed, very likely they're going to the Super Bowl. So yeah. I mean, the AFC is going to run through Foxborough.
We'll cut to this when they don't make it to the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens there. Our next athlete, we're going with one that was suggested by our very own James Gallagher, Tony Roten. Do you recognize the name at all?
No.
He was a process-era Philadelphia 76er. Do you recognize it?
Apparently he's underrated because now he hasn't been heard of or talked about.
Oh, wait, is that the point guard?
Yeah, he was the point guard during the process-era Sixers. James has given us some
Grandpa
pretty
James
enthusiastic
suggested
yes.
that. So I think underrated because, we don't know.
We don't know who Tony Roten is.
I'm going overrated. Why is that name even being brought up?
Yeah,
I don't hear you bringing up Steve Novak, Jimmer Fredette. You're bringing up this bum?
All right, well, is Steve Novak overrated?
Steve Novak's underrated.
Steve Novak's underrated. Why so? How so?
Every time you needed a knockdown 3 from Steve Novak, bang!
He was a UMD legend.
It didn't look like that, though. That's not how he shot the ball.
That's my jump for him.
Yeah.
That's probably overrated, even though it meant he shoots like 33% at best.
Now let's go with another Sixer that we brought up, Joel Embiid. What would you like to say, Mendy?
Overrated, never healthy.
All right, Henry, anything to say?
I mean, I guess properly rated. I know he's a good player.
Good player? Anthony, anything there?
Yeah, I hate that, he's always injured. He's overrated. Half the people don't rate him. Like, half the people hate him. Do you not, like, if you tune into WIP, none of them are like, Joel Embiid's good at basketball.
Are WIP callers ever happy, though?
No, but none of them rate him. So he's properly rated, and he needs to prove himself to get back to where the MVP Embiid that he used to be.
All right. So the next athlete that I'm thinking of, we're going to go with a New York Met. We're going to go with Juan Soto. Mendy, what are your
Overrated.
thoughts?
He's 100% not worth the $165 million we're paying him.
$765 million. It was a lot.
Oh my
of
God,
money.
$765 million. Yes, my brain.
165 would have been an underpay.
No, that's what I was going to. $765 million for 15 years. He's not worth the money. I mean, the Mets just paid him, and we didn't even make the playoffs.
Oh wow, shocking from a Mets fan. Henry, do we have anything to say?
I'm going to go overrated because I don't think any baseball player, unless they're an alien, is worth that much money.
All right.
I don't even think Ohtani would be worth that much.
Yeah,
Here,
exactly.
I'll make it easier for you. If they're on the Mets, which Edwin Diaz won't be soon, they're overrated. And soon, I'll rate Edwin Diaz properly when he's not on the Mets, because lucky for him, he's on his way out the door. Yay, Mets fans crying! Woo, Edwin Diaz!
They did decide Devin Williams, so he might be finally on his way out. And one more that I would like to go with, Jalen Hurts. This is going to be a fun one, I feel.
I'm going to have to go properly rated.
Oh, you changed your opinion
I was gonna
when
say
I schooled you in arguing
You
during
really
the
didn't
run-through.
school me. I mean, if you 100 want me to say this is the most... Well, no, I'll just say what I really think. He's the most overrated quarterback of all time.
Whoa.
Not of all time, but in the league currently.
The backtrack from Mendy is crazy work.
Well, I mean, if you look at his situation, if you put him anywhere else, he wouldn't have had the success that he had with the Eagles. You gave him a top 5 offensive line. You gave him weapons, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown. I mean, he has 2 top 15 receivers, a top 10 tight end. He has a great offensive line, top 3. And if you put this guy with the Giants, you even switch him with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, he doesn't win a Super Bowl.
Really?
Well, there's some coaching issues there too. But look, I'll make it quick. Mendy's just wrong. Mendy's been wrong on most of his sports takes. Just look through HSN's history. Jalen Hurts is properly rated because a lot of people hate him and a lot of people don't respect him.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and watching, and we will tune in next to Sean's game show.
Hey guys, I'm Sean, and I'm here with Jason, Logan, and Jake, and we are here with the second edition of the Guess the Leaderboard game show. A little bit of a different one this time. Here's the rules. The biggest change, the leaderboards are top 10 in award rankings for a certain sport. So as you see the 3 sports named there, same rules as last time. If it's not obvious, the player with the most points wins. Have fun. There will be a twist each round that makes it go up in difficulty, and I think the final round will be a fun one. So first round, round 1, NBA MVP rankings 2024-25. I censored 3 of the players' names, so you got to guess who they are. I did give the teams, so this should be a nice, easy round for you guys to start here. Put your boards down when you're ready. All right, is everyone ready? We'll start with you, Jake. What do you got?
I think this was an easy one. Nice warm up. I got SGA for 1, 6 is Luka, and 9 is Steph Curry.
So you got 2 of those right.
Oh, no way.
It is SGA and Curry.
No way, LeBron. Really?
Logan, who you got?
I had the exact same thing as him. I had
So
Luka.
Pressman here might be the only one getting
Hey,
3 points.
Steph.
Pressman, what do we got?
I had SGA, LeBron, and Curry.
That is the correct answer. It is SGA, LeBron, and Steph Curry. If you guys are
That was for
forgetting,
last year.
Luka was
Oh, wait,
hurt
this is last
for a
year. That
while
was
last
last
year.
year.
Oh, this was last
That's why Tatum's number 4.
That is why Tatum is up there, yes.
Should have been this year.
So there we go, round 1.
Well,
All right, now we're all
I actually don't know what the current rankings would be for MVP.
I do.
Next round.
Maxie's 3.
Round 2, medium. Defensive Player of the Year rankings from last year. The teams are now taken away, so got to get it based off the stats. Best of luck to you.
I'm drawing the white flag.
You just throwing in the towel here, Logan?
Actually, I do have number 3.
Take a guess. Yeah, take a stab at it. Are
Number
we
3
all
from
ready?
Last time.
Everybody's got their answers. All right, we'll start with you again, Jake. What do we got?
All right, 3. I think I'm realizing this is wrong as I say it out loud. Roquan Smith. Yeah, I don't think so. 5, Zach Bond. Okay.
5 is Zach Bond.
10, this is the real desperation move. Antoine Winfield.
It is not Antoine Winfield, so you're only getting 1 point. Logan, what do we got?
I surrender.
He surrenders, so that's 0 points. And Pressman, what do we got?
I had Miles Garrett, Zach Bond, and for some reason I put Trent McDuffie.
So number 3 is Miles Garrett.
How did I not think
And
of that?
number 10 is not Trent McDuffie, so here we go with the Kyle
I
Hamilton.
knew I was gonna kick myself
is
for
number
this.
10. So we got 1 point for Jake over here. We got, obviously the white flag means
Give
0
me a pity
points.
point.
2 more points for Pressman.
Points for creativity.
Now we got the last round. This one will be a fun one. The MLB Cy Young rankings for both leagues this year. You got all the stats here. I did get rid of the teams for the guys covered, so you guys take your time with this one. You should have 6 answers, chance for 6 points this round, so should be a fun one. So it is the American League up top, National League at the bottom, if you don't have that already. This is why I love baseball. So many stats to take from.
That's why I hate baseball.
You guys are all done now? All right, well, we'll start with Pressman since his board was down first.
Yeah,
What do we
so
got
for
here?
the AL, I had Savage. For the NL, I had Otani and Yamamoto.
So first of all, Otani did not pitch way close to enough to even be considered. Savage pitched in like 3 games, so you will get a point for Yamamoto though. He is on there. So Logan, what do we got?
Well, at number 2, I had number 2 and number 4. We had Jake Paul and Aaron Rodgers.
So you're not gonna get any points for those, unfortunately.
I think I
Jake, what do
should.
we have?
What do we got? I think I'm gonna go on a whim and assume I'm gonna win this round.
Okay.
For number 2, for the AL, I had Garrett Crochet.
That's correct.
Mark that down. Number 4, Max Fried.
Okay.
Mark
Yeah,
that
that's
down.
That's 2 answers
7,
right there.
don't know. Some closer. I couldn't think of an AL closer for some reason. For the
I mean, you got
NL,
that.
number 3 was Yamamoto.
Here's Yamamoto.
7 was Jesus Luzardo.
It is Jesus Luzardo. That's really good. And I see you have
And
nothing
9,
there
I have no
for
clue.
9. He's correct.
Was it Zach
It
Wheeler?
is Zach Wheeler.
Zach Wheeler?
And
Google
for
it,
the
Anthony.
American League, it was Aroldis Chapman.
Oh
the
my
best
God, I
reliever
forgot about him.
in the American League and
How did
just
I
in the
forget
league
about
this
him?
season.
Yeah,
So
that guy.
there you go. I think you just won the game because of that. So there we go.
The legend of clutch powers.
That
Put
is
that on
the end.
graphic.
Thank you for playing. And back to you guys in the studio.
Oh my gosh! Welcome back, everybody, to Premier League Soccer. We rarely get to do soccer on the show, so I'm happy to host it here with a plethora of people on the desk. There's 4 other people besides me, so let's get straight into it. Let's put the Premier League table up. Take a quick look, everybody, because the Premier League is hot this year. There's controversy, there's fun, and there's teams that are sitting at the bottom like they have an anchor tied to their feet. We're going to start it off with the team that maybe started like they were going to be at the top and didn't end up being at the top. Fritz, Liverpool.
All right. So let's get it out the way. 300 mil spent in the summer, 8th place. Listen, it's still early in the season. We're before Christmas. We're only 9 points off the top. If you watch the West Ham game, you know Verts played amazing. Isak, the big man up top, 130 mil. He scored his first goal. We can only go up from here.
Yeah, well, you know what? I didn't really watch. I watched the game, but I don't want to talk about it. So, what about you? Optimistic? What about you? The other Manchester's red. Henry, your hair is also red.
That is true.
Let's go straight into it with Man United.
Very, very optimistic. If you know soccer at all, you know last 3 seasons, pitiful, awful performances from my Red Devils. Not great at all. But we've started to stack some success. Our new manager finally could start the season, bring in his team, what he thinks to be his team. 7th place currently, over the reigning champions, Liverpool. New faces, Brian Mbomo. He's tied 6th right now for goals with 5 goals. Sene Lamens, our new goalkeeper, sensational. He's played 7 games so far. 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Clean sheets sometimes. And the real star, our captain, Bruno Miguel Borges Fernandes leads the league in assists with 5 assists and leads in chances created with 31.
Now look. Optimistic, happy. What about you? You're at the top too. We'll go
I'm
straight
happy.
to you.
I'm
with
happy.
Chelsea, you might not be wearing a jersey. Aiden's not wearing his team's jersey, but he's wearing a jersey, so questionable, but fine.
Okay, Chelsea's having a good season. They're third right now. They beat Liverpool, who won last year, so that's good for them. And they just tied with Arsenal on Sunday. And their best player right now, Caicedo, was sent off like 30 minutes in, so they that was a good looks for them. Like they tied with their best player off. And then Champions League, they just beat Barca 3-0. And Cucurella lockdown defense on Yamal.
You know
so
what? I don't
good
like
for
Mark,
him. Like
what a ratty individual Mark Cucurella is.
Yes.
But what about you? You have an anchor tied to your feet, Mr. Wolverhampton Wanderers fan.
We've had an anchor tied to our feet for the entire year because we haven't won a game. We've changed the manager. Nope, that didn't work. We're just not good this year.
What would you do? Just sack off the season?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just hoping we don't get relegated, but we definitely are.
Well, you probably are.
We're 100% getting relegated.
You probably are, and you probably not. You're bringing up a good point. Ellie brought it up before this.
Yeah,
you're gonna have
the Derby
seat.
County. I don't want to
Less
talk
points than
about
them?
that.
You gonna?
Probably. We sneaked this year.
Wow, very. You know what? At least
But hopefully we
at
won't.
least you're a realist.
Yeah.
But and then it comes back to me. We're not. Below the bottom 3. We're not in trouble. We're not in trouble. But you know what? I'm forever blowing bubbles no matter how bad we're playing. West Ham, Lucas Paqueta, put the tweet up. Absolutely ridiculous. Look, he's frustrated. I get it. He was mistreated by the FA. I get it. But keep your head. He needs a mental health break, like I do from school. But he just needs to figure it out. He needs to get it together and act like a Premier League player. He's talented. He was in the Brazil squad. He scored in the World Cup. And now he does this. But hey, I have a comment for the man sitting to my left. You went 1-0 up against West Ham with $300 million squad in transfers. And then you parked the bus. Arne Slot, put him up. He should be sacked. Look, that is a lazy game. They played terribly against the West Ham squad. They should have been 3-0. Yes, Henry?
I have another thing to add to that. $300 million spent, and that's pounds too. So USD, it's up. But also,
thank you.
Who won the Premier League last year? Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
Liverpool
did win the league last year.
I think that speaks numbers. Great job, West Ham. Great job.
Don't shake my hand too hard. I might have injured it before the show. But yeah, the Premier League season is one of those things that every season it's different. You see transfers in and transfers out. And I kind of wish that West Ham was higher up. But Nuno Espirito Santos, bad manager. So that's all for us, though. We'll go straight to a commercial break and be right back.
Good evening and welcome back to 49 News.
Iron Hill Brewery announced it's closing 3 locations, including its flagship brew pub on Main Street in Newark.
I think already in game 1, we set a record for student attendance.
I'm meteorologist Sienna Casso with the weather.
Looking at the map, a small portion of our state is in bright yellow, meaning it is abnormally dry.
I went out to see how students are spending their St. Patrick's Day weekend. We're excited to watch the ginger. I'm super excited to make some St. Patty's Day food. It's kind of a big deal around here, so.
The 77th Emmy Awards were last Sunday, and they were the most watched ceremony since 2021.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Real Talk. I've missed y'all.
Like a woman especially in the sports field, makes one mistake. That's all the media focuses on.
He's a new kind of Superman. It's a new guy. He's very, I guess, wholesome.
Hi, I'm Rachel Newman, and this is Real Talk. Let's talk about it. There are 2 parts to this policy change that are significant within the Department of Education.
Do I agree with it? No. Fox News shows you what they want to see, and MSNBC shows you what they want you to see.
Yeah. Until next time, keep it real if they're Newark.
Welcome back to a brand new season of Hen Sports Night.
He was a Champions League caliber goalkeeper. Yeah. And then he went to Man United, became kind of bad.
My favorite sports movie is Dodgeball. Now let me tell you why.
Caitlin Clark has been officially ruled out for the rest of the season, meaning she will not compete in this year's playoffs.
What's up, Cuckoo?
And then I feel water on my back and I turn around.
Hope you enjoyed our commercial, guys. We're back, and we're ready to talk about some college football. We have to get right into it. No pleasantries. It's time to start. We have a severe deflate in Ole Miss. They lose their head coach. Let's go into it.
You know, I think a leader, like a coach, if you're a coach, you have to be a leader. You can't just leave and do that. LSU players are not going to trust him in the future. They're just not going to trust him. And I think the whole situation overall could be a hit or miss kind of thing. But I just think it leaves him with a really bad reputation in the future as a coach.
I would definitely agree. And I think that the public lost a lot of respect for him because of this. You're with a team who currently has had a lot of success. They're 11-1. They're going into the playoffs. And right before they go into the playoffs, you leave them to go for another team. And I think it kind of makes people question, what really are your motives? Even if you wanted to go to LSU, okay, you're going after the season's over, but you're leaving the team at a prime time where the rest of their season really is on the line. And so I think not having their head coach is going to really bring a lot of instability for.
Yeah, I mean, Lane Kiffin signs the $91 million deal for 7 years, leaves as his team is heading into the playoffs. Obviously, we don't know seedings yet, but we're obviously now seeing money is running college sports now with NIL deals, and you're seeing it with the coaches. Coaches aren't going to be staying with teams anymore, and if he's able to make more money for himself and his family, good for him, but he does leave behind his 55-19 win-loss career at Ole Miss, and now he's going to LSU. And I think maybe the players might not trust him, but he's bringing some coaches with him heading into next season.
Definitely.
And who knows how this team's going to go, and we might be saying this. We saw James Franklin go to Virginia Tech.
That was crazy.
We're going to see things change.
Crazy, yeah. I think it does leave a sort of a bitter taste in Ole Miss's mouth a little bit because he established a culture there. He had a good reputation there. They had a lot of success. And this year they're 11-1 right now.
But just think.
And all of a sudden just to leave just all of a sudden like that.
But just think, you wouldn't see this, and obviously, like I said before, it's a whole. We could spend hours on this, but it's just it's money is running college sports now, and now we're seeing it with the coaches. I mean, Eli Manning, you're being well respected and you're loved in Ole Miss, and you just rip the hearts out of those fans. They're not going to be happy.
No, they're going to be very upset with this.
Yeah, they're definitely a bitter aftertaste, I'd say.
It's not looking good, but it's looking good for quite a few amount of teams heading into the playoffs. We have our championship games coming up this weekend. Coming up, we have the Big Ten, ACC. I want to start with the ACC because it's a little more unique. We have Duke with 5 losses, guys. 5 losses in the championship game.
5 losses. Wow.
It's just I don't know what you do with that. And then now you have them playing against the 18th, I believe, ranked Virginia Cavaliers, and I'm not going to say Duke is going to make the playoffs, but it is interesting to think, what if they win and they do make it? I don't think the committee will, but isn't that crazy? A 5-loss team could make the playoffs?
I think that is a interesting thing that kind of sort of comes with this new format for the college football playoffs. I feel like I have mixed opinions on whether I really like it that much or not. I think that the old college football playoff format, I'm not that big of a fan of. It's so difficult for a team to be able to get into the playoffs. You lose once and your season's basically over because of that.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell. At this point in the season, we would already be able to know for sure who's going to the playoffs. And so there's not really, if you don't start off your season great, there's really no way to come back from that. So I definitely like the fact that the new format allows for more teams to have a chance and for your season to not necessarily be written off based off of your first 3 or 4 weeks. However, having a team like Duke have the potential to get in with those 5 losses, I think that's where it really brings up the question, are all of the teams that are making it to the college football playoffs really deserving to be there?
And that's another question, and I want to get your opinions on this. I mean, 2 years ago, this is only the beginning of the 12-team format. We had Florida State undefeated, didn't make the playoffs. Alabama with the 1 loss made it, and they started this trend. And it's funny that we have 12 teams, Jude, and we're still struggling to put who's in, who's out. Notre Dame, Miami, who goes and who doesn't go in. It's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of begs to answer the question. It's who really is going to make the playoffs? Who's legit versus who isn't?
Yeah.
And you don't know. I mean, Miami owns a tiebreaker, but for viewership, don't you want someone like Notre Dame playing instead of?
Who knows? It's sometimes it's not always goes off of records. It's rather who the media thinks is going to draw in the most revenue,
it
the
gives
most
more opportunity
the most viewership
for these teams who might not have had those opportunities, who only lost 1 game when the old playoffs happened. But I just think it gives more opportunity, and I think it there's pros and cons to it, definitely.
Yeah, and I think just to conclude, obviously we're running short on time, but I think real quick, college football predictions for championships. I'm going to start with Tony Dean's The Ohio State Buckeyes.
I have to agree. It
I hate
pains
to
me
say
to say
it,
that,
yeah.
but I do agree.
Yeah, probably. But although
Ohio State.
Indiana could be a choice as well.
Yeah, they're top in rankings too.
Yeah, we shall see, guys. But that's going to wrap it up from us here. We'll see you guys very soon. We're going to go see which athletes are naughty and nice.
It's the festive season, you know. Christmas is right around the break, naughty or nice, and today, the boys, we're going to rank our naughty and nice athletes, our favorite athletes, the athletes we love, the athletes we hate. And Sean, do you want to kick us off?
All right, so no pun intended here, but I'm going to start with Kevin Love. You know, he's just a wholesome guy, really focuses on mental health outside of basketball. He's also really supportive of his teammates, you know, mentor to the young guys on his team, currently stuck in Utah, unfortunately. But he's just a great guy, I
feel
think.
bad for the man. I mean, you're stuck in Utah.
You got the last name Love. I mean, I feel like that's the pinnacle of it.
Yeah, he has to be a nice guy.
Yeah,
if he's not a nice guy, yeah.
All right, Jason, who do you think?
I have two athletes for my naughty or for my nice, Matthew Schaefer and Josh Allen. Matthew Schaefer, new kid on Long Island. He's just pure joy. He brings such a nice energy to the Islanders. And Josh Allen, up in Buffalo, the kids love him every time he visits those hospitals. Really energized Bill Mafia to give back to the community.
I'll continue with the New York theme. On my nice list is Mr. Aaron Judge. The man has carried New York on his back for his entire tenure with the Yankees. He just won his second straight MVP. He's on the MLB first team this year. Batting champion, 53 home runs. I mean, the guy does it all. Batting .331 this year, having a bit of a skid and taking over against Cal Riley for the MVP. So I think he's a pretty good and pretty nice guy on the New York Yankees.
Speaking of my nice list, 4, 4, and 6 in the trap. I mean, how do you hate Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbill? I mean, these two guys, like, they were the only reason I was watching New York Giants football. And with both of them out, Jackson Dart is going to be back. But, I mean, again, like, they're just revitalizing New York football. Like, how do you hate Cam Scatterbill? Like, I literally went to the Flyers game, and people were like, can I get a picture of you because of the Cam Scatterbill jersey? Like, this guy is transforming sports. Like, he's the one player that even Phillies fans respect.
They're just such a fun young duo, and I feel like, I mean, they're going to be good for a while.
I do have somebody who played for the Knicks on my naughty list. I got 4 athletes. We got Joel Embiid, Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young, and of course, Alfred Payton, the worst point guard to ever play for the Knicks. I mean, I don't even know why this guy got minutes. Obviously, Trae Young, pretty simple. Back in the 2021, 2022, no, it was 2020, 2020-21 playoffs. I hate this guy. I mean, I went to a game. Everybody was screaming stuff at him. I don't want to repeat on air. I mean, he was the villain. Joel Embiid, I don't like this guy. Yes, he hurt Mitchell Robinson. I don't care what you guys say. And Tyrese Halliburton. Like, you got to hit me. Your foot was on the line. Like, I don't know. My thing with Tyrese Halliburton is, like, his foot was on the line. He's just a big trash talker. And just what he's done to my New York Knicks the last 2 years, he's got to be on the naughty list.
Now we're on the naughty part of the list. I have to go with another baseball player, Emmanuel Clase. Emmanuel Clase has been arrested for being a part of a gambling ring investigation in the Major League Baseball. He won, I believe, himself and people around him around like $400,000. Could you imagine that? So much money, and doing it behind the backs of Major League Baseball. You cheat. You try to get people money, and it's just such bad behavior. And I think it's time to get rid of the badness off the streets. It's terrible.
I have another 2 NHL players. I have Brad Marchand and John Tavares, both Canadian hockey players. Brad Marchand, he's also known as the Rat Man. He has several instances of him biting and licking players. I consider that naughty behavior because how are you going to line up in a sport where you can fight someone and just lick a player? That is just utterly naughty behavior. And then John Tavares, known as the man who left the island, the man who led the Islanders, led them on like some ex in college, just to sign with the Maple Leafs on less money and less years. And now he took another pay cut to remain with the Leafs. That's just naughty behavior from a team you brought back from the brink and you don't repay them with anything. They've made it further in the finals without him. John Tavares, you are on my naughty list.
For my naughty guy, I got Spencer Strider. He's one of the most hated people in Philadelphia. He was kind of egging on the fans a few years ago in the playoffs, and then this year he hit Bryce Harper on the elbow, in one of the games and showed basically zero remorse for doing so.
It's the question with that. Are we too biased against our naughty picks? I mean, obviously, like Tyrese and Trae Young had built that reputation, not just with the Knicks, but around the league. So I'll give you credit on that. But do we think Spencer Strider might just be a bad guy for Philadelphia?
I do feel like, it's a little biased.
I hope all of you guys at home watching, I hope you guys make the nice list. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. And with that said, we're going to send you guys back to the studio for some Judge Mendy. Yeah! Greetings, you fellow HSN listeners. Tonight, we are going to take you into the court of Judge Mendy. And court is now officially in session. Plaintiffs James Gallagher and Anthony Calvanese are charging defendants Will McCarthy and Zam Kukazela for their reckless love of analytics. In the plaintiffs' arguments, they have argued that statistics strips away the heart and the feeling of football, while the defendants argue that analytics are essential for game management and modern success. I'm going to give the plaintiffs, the honor to
I'm
go
going to
first.
start and I'm going to pass it off
Thank
to
you.
Anthony, because I know Anthony's going to bring some great points here. But let's just start with this. How can a computer replace the feel of a game better than a human? It just can't do that in any effective way. So, Anthony, now school these people about what's wrong with their
You know what's
thinking.
feeling-less and heartless? The analytics telling Dan Campbell to go for it on 4th down all this time. Just kick the field goal, play football, stop. You're torturing the Detroit fans and all the fans around football. I have to spend my Thanksgiving watching you torture me with analytics.
Have you ever seen a Sunday Night Football graphic say, don't go for it, kick it?
Respectfully, I think Detroit fans have been tortured enough already.
Whoa, look. Did Judge Mendy pass that over to you?
No,
Hey, that is allowed.
Okay, fine.
Plaintiffs, have you finished your argument?
We have much more, but we will wait for their rebuttal.
Yes.
Defendants,
We'll
how
let
would you
Will
like to
McCarthy
rebuttal?
go.
Well, thank you, Sam Kukazela. First of all, I just want to comment on the dress code in this courtroom, Your Honor. I thought I was showing up to actually be a defendant in a courtroom, but we have...
Did you sell him $25 to say I could show up in this?
Well,
no.
I'm just
I
saying.
did.
It's highly unprofessional.
Much more professional than your suit.
Okay.
Back to your point.
My opponents are highly unprofessional. That is the point. Anyway, analytics. You cannot have sports without analytics. You will not know anything about what's going on. How do you differentiate Matthew Stafford from Drake May? How do you know anything about sports if you don't have analytics? Sam Kukazela, take it away.
You got to have numbers. Look, sports is a numbers game. Moneyball has taught us a lot. A lot of things you can tell with the eye test. There are certain things. There's also intangibles. There's certain things that the numbers can tell you. Would you rather have a guy that went for 400 rushing yards or a guy that went for 1,200? Would you rather have a guy that runs a 4.56 or a 4.54? Launch angle. A lot of things. The revolution's coming. The revolution's hit every sport at this point. So the question is, do you want to be part of the future or do you want to stick in the past?
You know what? I have a great response.
Great
you know how I
response.
can tell the difference between Drake May and Matt Stafford?
By looking at them?
Watching them, looking at them, using.
But how
would you
is
rather
that
have
proof? Where's
would you,
the
well,
proof?
I'll ask you this, and this is for my jury. Would you guys rather have a quarterback play in the Super Bowl, throw for 400 yards and lose the game, or a quarterback in the Super Bowl? Don't you shh.
How'd you even see me?
I could hear you moving. Stay over
That's
there.
that 6 cents.
Or would you rather have a quarterback that throws for 70 yards, but comes home with a ring and your city is happy?
Without analytics, how can you determine anything what he just said? How?
Yeah.
It's simple.
He used
By
He used
watching
stats. He
the
used
game,
analytics.
watching the
Jury,
game.
may we be aware, he just used analytics in his
And
argument.
I showed that they're not important because the 70-yarder won the Super Bowl.
He used analytics.
Both of you, quiet.
You watched the 70-yarder.
Jury, you are not allowed to speak. Mr. Gallagher, take it away.
Yeah, can we get rid of that, Joe?
I want to talk about this gentleman, Sam Kukazela, talking about launch angle, because I had to sit here. You know, you talked about your Detroit Lions. I had to sit here and watch Johan Rojas, for some reason, gain 15 pounds of muscle and be like, if I elevate this ball so I can get it over the shortstop's head.
I don't think that's what he sounds like, but sure.
No, that's what the people who are talking to him sound like, let me tell you. Because, look, I take one look at Johan Rojas. I see that this guy's faster than Usain Bolt, and I go, hey, buddy, if you just hit it about 3 inches, you can be on first and safe. But,
This is
I really need
slander.
to generate a run by putting the ball over the
Defamation over there.
You know, I think an anti-Johan Rojas thing, when you have probably the biggest Johan Rojas fan on your team.
Whoa,
might be a mistake.
Quiet!
Well, can I also point out?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, sir.
Your Honor, jury. I don't even know what jury.
Your Honor.
Your
I am
Honor.
my honor.
Your Honor.
You know, the judge, we ain't in it tonight. But jury, raise your hand if you think the plaintiffs won the case.
That's us. France. Yeah, come on now.
Come on. I'll Venmo you.
Sympathy.
Verdict.
No, that's
4-1 win. Defendants.
boom.
Is this hair even real? This can't be a real court.
Objection. Objection. That's crazy. Can we put them in?
Somebody please help.
Can we put them in a cell?
First
They're
of all,
going a
this
little
judge
wild.
is from Timu. That's all I have to say. Anyway.
I might be a Timu judge. You know, the judge might have not been on his game, but thank you guys for watching. And now on to Dream Christmas Table with Ava, Mia, and the cast.
Hey everyone, today we're going to be building our dream Christmas table. I'm here with Ava, you already know her, HSN member, but we have two very special guests here. We have Eve and Gina, and we're going to be drafting our Christmas table today. So let's go. Our categories today are NFL, NBA, MLB, and then we'll have a bonus round, which will just be GOATs of each sport. And our order today, we're kind of doing a draft order. So Eve has the first pick, so she'll be able to choose first. And then Gina has the second pick, Ava has the third, and I got stuck with the last.
All right, so for the NFL, I choose to draft Jordan Mailata because I feel bad to take him, but like, he's the best. He has a great voice. He's going to sing for us at the Christmas dinner table. He's going to be our entertainment. If you guys don't know, look him up. He's a great singer. Believe it or not, you could be talented at both things. He's got the best of both worlds.
So I'm going to have to go with Joe Burrow. I picked him for my QB for fantasy. Kind of disappointed me so far. For every injured person deserves a sweet treat. So my family is really good with desserts, so I feel like he'd have some fun with my family. So
yeah, choosing from a Giants player and a Commanders player isn't my ideal, but I'm gonna have to go with Jackson Dart. I'll leave Jaden Daniels for Mia, but you know, the blonde hair, he can rest up, not get a concussion. Nice, like chill dinner.
Chill vibe.
Yeah.
So that leaves me with one option, which is my GOAT, Jaden Daniels. Single-handedly saved the Commanders franchise, saved Ashburn, Virginia. Absolutely love him. Would love to have him at my house. And we could have some Five Guys, because that's his favorite meal. Yay. And his number is 5, so yeah. So now we're moving on to the NBA category, and now it's my turn to pick first. I might have to be messy, and I'm going to choose Giannis. So I think he's just a really inspirational player, and I would love to hear his story times at dinner. So
Okay, I'm gonna select Steph Curry because honestly, I love his brother Seth, and also, you know, coping with like divorcing his wife, he might need somewhere to go, and yeah, so I'll be more than happy to welcome him to dinner.
my family is from Delco. They're Philly people, Philly proud. We're going to go Jared McCain. My family will go crazy at the dinner table, and I'm sure he'd love the hype. So,
unfortunately, I'm Greek. So, like, my Greek family would get along with them. Unfortunately, Giannis is taken. I'm going with Jalen Brunson. I don't even know him, but I know that he plays for the Knicks, and I don't like them. So, go Knicks! No, go 76ers! I'll never do that. I'm very loyal.
So now on to our next category, which is MLB. And I have the first pick this time. And I'm going to choose Aaron Judge because my dad is a huge Yankees fan. And I feel like that would be really fun.
I'm very excited to announce my pick of Alec Bohm. I have his bobblehead in my room. I have multiple t-shirts. It's just, there'd be a lot to talk about.
Alright, I'm going to have to pick Bryce Harper. We saw him play for the Nats, and then the next year he signed with the Phillies. Oh my God, was I relieved. That was just ecstatic moment, and I would love to talk to him about it, so he'd be at my Christmas.
We're going to go with Paul Skeens. Probably great. Okay. Go Phils. Love you, Garrett Stubbs. You may be an honorable mention.
Our last category is just going to be GOATs in athletics.
I don't know who would pick Tom Brady, but that's just me. I would never pick him, but whatever. Simone Biles. I don't know. Her story's really cool. I would love to talk with her, and she's obviously one of the most greatest gymnasts of all time, and I just think that'd be really cool.
I'm going to have to go Serena Williams on this, just to, make the in-laws happy.
Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, Why am I blanking? Space Jam really introduced me well. He's just like iconic. I feel like you genuinely can't top him. So I'm very grateful Very grateful.
Because now I'm stuck with Tom Brady. Well, that's all we have today here for making our dream Christmas tables. Now let's head it back to the studio for hockey talk.
We're back, guys. I'm back. I'm Dylan. We got Mike. We got Mia and Anthony. We're talking not college football. We're talking college basketball.
And not hockey.
No.
Rest in peace, Jason Pressman.
We hope Jason gets better. Thoughts and prayers are with him. Anyway, we have, guys, AP Top 25s just came out the other day. Let's start with the women's. Mia, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, at the top, we always have UConn, LSU, Texas, all the teams that we normally see every tournament. But I think that I find interesting is that USC and some of the ones that we saw more last year be really successful, they're more at the bottom this year. So it's kind of up in the air for the tournament this year.
What a headache. It's UConn. UConn's always there, both men's and women's. But do you think UConn has the tools to win the women's title?
I really think they do, honestly. Sarah Strong, amazing, had an amazing freshman year last year, averaging 18.1 points and 9.3 rebounds this season. Already has 3 double-doubles. So I think with her leading this team, and also a lot of other seniors and transfers, I think they'll definitely have a chance.
Anthony seems a little timeout.
Audie Crooks gonna dominate, gonna carry that team to the chip, to March Madness championships, to more. And South Carolina's always, you can't forget about South Carolina. Dawn Staley, Philly through and through, Philly legend. We love Dawn Staley, and I hope South Carolina and the Gamecocks win it all.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, now moving over to the men's side, what do we have, Mike?
Absolutely. They still have those blue bloods, Duke, Michigan. Michigan actually had a really good game last week. You got Carolina still, Kentucky. They're all involved. But it's a little bit more of a shakeup that we saw from last year where, SEC dominated the whole, top 25. It's a little bit more spread out. You see the Big Ten, leading the way, 3 in the top 10 of the 25. But what I find more interesting is the disparity between, those top 25 teams and the unranked teams because they were 85-0. Just until about a week ago.
I mean, yeah, and that one loss that came the other week during Feast Week was for Seton Hall. Seton Hall beat, I believe, NC State in the Maui Invitational. And it's crazy to think, like I said before on college football, it's money, NIL deals, everything's running through the big schools that can afford it, the SEC, the Big Ten. You're seeing it. You have Purdue, Arizona, Michigan. You have Purdue, Arizona, Michigan, and UConn at 5, Louisville, Michigan State. It's the Big East love is right there with UConn. You have St. John's at 23, but the money's not there.
Where's Villanova?
Villanova is currently not ranked.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyways, the best place to be in basketball is the Big Ten. You got Purdue, dominant. They're always dominant. Michigan just beat Gonzaga, embarrassed them. They went home crying. Disgraceful play from Gonzaga. Great play from Michigan, which hurts me because go Spartans. Beat Arkansas to start the season, beat Kentucky, beat UNC. Next game against Duke. Not an easy schedule. You got Tom Izzo. You always have a chance with Tom Izzo because he is, not the GOAT maybe. He's like the reindeer of Santa's Rudolph. Tom Izzo's the Rudolph to college basketball.
I don't know if that injury is really getting into your head now. I don't know if that made sense. I guess it's festive. But, moving back over to the Big East, Villanova is having a brand new spice of life, if you will. They have a new head coach, and Kevin Willard came from Maryland, so you Turpin fans, a little upset with that. But now Villanova is currently 6-1, going to the Big 5 championship game at the formerly known as the Wells Fargo Center. I still miss that name. And it's exciting.
They'll lose to Dylan Devine and Ryan Furman's dismay, but that's okay.
I think they have a good chance to beat UPenn. I'm a little concerned about their next week game against number 3 Michigan. Michigan, like we said before, during Feast Week,
the brakes off
they
them.
Destroyed every team they played. The championship game, they knocked Gonzaga off by 50 points. Mark Few, the head coach of Gonzaga, never had that big of a loss. That's terrible. Michigan is just such a big and powerful team, and they might be going pretty far in this tournament, guys. I don't know about you guys. Do we have any predictions how the season's going to go for both men's and women's?
On the women's side, like I said before, underdogs, I would say Maryland have to represent the DMV. They have a lot of good transfers coming in, overseas players. They made it far into the tournament last season, and I definitely think they can do that again this season.
So Maryland, Big Ten dominance. Michigan State's got a decent team, Big Ten dominance. But you know what? I'll leave the Big Ten. Virginia Tech made the tournament last year. Virginia Tech will make the tournament again. On the men's side, they might have some people leaving Delaware for some NIL money. Pasha, we see you. If you come back, you're still a traitor. Anyways, I don't know. That's how I feel. I got that off my chest.
Mike, what do you got?
I got Louisville making a big run this year. They got some G League guy coming back to play in college with eligibility, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I had BYU after the game against Villanova, and I have Arizona. I mean, Arizona had a great game with Kopet, their rookie. It's going to be really exciting. But unfortunately, that's going to be it from us here at the studio for college basketball and college football, unfortunately. But now we're going to tune in to Fourth and Talk and OTO on the WVUD side and how they make a show.
Well, welcome into the WVUD studio. It's a Wednesday evening, so it's time for Overtime Opinions. I'm usually hosting this show, so this is what we do when we get ready, and we start with the board. So I usually log in on this computer first. This is how we set up our 24/7 delay unit, and that allows us to take phone calls. So if anybody calls in and says some no-no words, some things that we can't air, all I'll have to do is go to the delay. So before the show, I always build the delay, so we have 8 seconds to use if anybody decides to try to take away our FCC license. Now, once it gets up to 5:30, that's when I start dealing with the audio mixer. So I'll typically turn down PC1. There is something playing right now. We can take a little. So whenever it's 5:29, 5:30, I'm just going to turn that down so that doesn't take up our audio. I'll turn PC1 off. And then I'll turn our laptop A on, which is how we play our intro music, which is Ready to Die by Andrew WK. The first 30 seconds only. Right, Jason?
Yes.
Nothing more.
We could give them a little snippet in the intro to this.
We will. We absolutely will. Once that's done, we fire up our microphones, turn them on, and then that's the show. We talk, we take phone calls, we yell at each other, we get really mad, and we get really passionate over Philadelphia sports, and we call it Overtime Opinions.
Jason Pressman. I run the social media for Overtime Opinions. Here is the Canva doc that I use. It's numbered of which episode this is. It's 14 right now. This is the 14th post I've done. Here you have the broadcast battle graphic. You have the CFP poll. I normally do this at night or the morning of the post, depending on when I see the CFP poll. Here we have our college football topics, the Army-Navy game uniforms, should the ACC have an auto bid at this point. Then we have a bit of NHL with me calling Stuart Skinner Swiss cheese. And then we have a discussion around Raheem Morris, Justin Fields getting benched, and Packers keep playing down to competition. And we also have our predictions with USC Oregon, Louisville SMU, Pitt Georgia Tech, BYU Cincinnati, and a bunch of other ones. We have our Delaware prediction as always. Out solid corners. Gonna have to pass it off to you guys, Philadelphia, with Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell had a really good. The last couple of games have been really good. He locked down. He was kind of all over the place against Green Bay because they don't have one. It's kind of the conversation. You know, you got to guard a lot of different people. They're really good there, and then played well last Sunday night too.
Well, they do have a one, but they just don't use them.
Yeah, that's more the point. But yeah, they just don't have like some guy that you're like, all right, we got it. You know what I mean? Like the Jackson Smith and Jake, but like somebody like that. That you're like, you know, because who do we play? Who do we play this week?
The Lions.
No, we already
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
No,
Cowboys. So it's like
Dallas.
Lamb is like their, you know what I mean? Like he'll be guard. So, you know,
that's gonna be
he's legit.
He'll be thrown around between Lamb and Pickens all game.
Yeah, it's going to be a
and
tough
then
matchup.
Cooper DeJean too. Cooper DeJean getting an interception earlier on against the Lions on Sunday night.
So hi guys, I'm Sam Mendelson. So I'm one of the 4 co-hosts of Fourth and Talk, and I'm the one who runs the board. So you can see right here is the board. Right now, if you guys can see, PC1 is on. So whatever's playing from that computer right now, it's just a song is on. So that's what people on the website, the basement, can hear. So usually the first thing what I do when I get in the basement, because all the mics are usually down. You have DJ mic, guest 1, guest 2, guest 3, and it goes like that. That's mic 1, mic 2, mic 3. So basically, what I do is I'll just put it to 20. Just like get it ready to go. And there's also, you see here, it says laptop. That's where like we play our intro and outro music. So, you know, I'll put that at 20. I'm going to test it out before we go live, so I'll leave it there. So now the next thing I'm going to do, you guys see I have my computer open. I already plugged it in, but this port right here, this is the aux port. So this is how my computer connects to the board. So I'm going to plug it in. And now what I want to do, so now that that's plugged in, we record all of our shows. So next is the recording part. So right here where it says on or standby, I'm going to click this. It's going to take a little bit to boot up. And then while that's booting up, we'll test the song. So right here, that says laptop port. I don't want to turn it on because if I turn it on, people in Perkins or online can hear us. So I'm going to press Q. And then we have a dock. So on the dock, it says our intro song. I'm going to click the Spotify link. Go to 25 seconds. And then I'm going to play it. So look, now I hear it from the computer. So basically, we have one more thing in the setup that turned on. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug in the flash drive. I'm not going to start that yet because we don't go live for like 20 minutes, but that's how you run the board in the basement. I'm going to show you guys how Fourth and Talk does our graphics. So always our first graphic of the week is the current week of the NFL we're going into. So we're currently going into week 12 and we like to include our standings or the pick'ems on it. And we always like to change the pictures of us and change the picture of the background to keep us and the followers engaged. Our second slide's always the same. It's our pick'ems of the week. The right side, we always change the player every week for a player who had a big week. So Sean Tucker's coming up with 3 touchdown games. So we all voted to make him the player this week. And our last slide, we always like to include slides of our special guests. So Rocco Belletti, in the background is Fox Lane High School, where he went to high school. Some fun pictures of him dressed as Grimace, and his favorite sports teams, the Rangers, Mets, Celtics, and Cowboys. So yeah, that's how Fourth and Talk does our graphics. Thank you guys.
Is so screwed if the Clippers keep losing. Like,
I'd be happy if the Clippers keep losing.
No, dude, OKC has their pick.
Oh,
so now and they have Utah's pick. So they have currently the 9 and the 10 pick. With the way the Clippers are going,
Well, isn't
and
Utah's
all the
pick had protection? I know the Clippers is unprotected. Utah's might be lottery protected.
I hope
There's
so.
like some sort of protection on it. I remember.
I'm praying because, let alone the Clippers, they're gonna get either like Cameron Boozer, Caleb Wilson, like they're gonna get these studs in one of the most historic draft classes, and it's just gonna add to their years of being a dynasty, and I hate it.
I mean, just speaking of the Thunder, do you guys think they break the Warriors record? What do they have to go? 76-6 to break it? I mean, sorry, 76-6.
I just don't see it happening.
No.
Just
I suck with math. It's 75-6.
I just think it's more of the fact that, like, obviously, like, you can say, like, the game wasn't that much different, but, like, until they really are threatening it, like, you have to get to the All-Star break and probably be sitting at only 5 losses.
Even that, yeah. Like,
so the Warriors went 73. I can't even do math.
73-9 is what the Warriors were.
Yeah, so they have to go 74-8. I mean, oh my God, I can't even do math to that. You know, we're not doing math. We're tired.
It's
but like, oh yeah, like to
I
beat the record, you have to go 74-8.
I think it's really hard with the pace of play in this NBA. I don't think that.
Hello, everyone. I'm Emily Brown, here with Will McCarthy, and today we're going to be giving a recap on Delaware football season this year.
Well, long time no see, Emily.
I know, it's been a couple weeks.
Right, it feels like we were just up here, to be honest, talking football. Last time was NFL, a little bit of Lions, a little bit of Kansas City Chiefs, but this time, something that hits close to home, something that Emily and I both know very well. Delaware football. There's nothing better, really.
Oh, absolutely not. And this is Delaware's first year playing FBS football as they just moved into Conference USA. So to start off, let's just look at the schedule that they've had this season. So we're a little all over the place here.
Yeah.
Delaware ended 6-6. So the one big thing that I feel like I've taken away this season is Delaware's had a lot of success at home. They're 5-1 at home, and then they're 1-5 away.
You know, I like that you bring up the away record. I feel like a lot of these away games, they were filled with non-conference games. Just to look at things a little bit, look at the Colorado Buffaloes. This is Delaware, their first year in the FBS program. They play a team that had the Heisman last year, the Colorado Buffaloes. That's a tough game in Boulder, a loss, whatever. But that win, again, their first FBS win, we'll get to that later. Back to the away schedule, Jacksonville State, a tough one. You know, they were the Conference USA champions last year, the defending champions. That's going to be easy. Also, that FIU win, which was on the road. Liberty, a bad game. Your first year in this program, you're going to have some bad games. Your defense lets up 59 points, not something that you want to see them continue. Go over here, Sam Houston, that's another tough loss. The offense just could not get things going against a backup quarterback against Sam Houston as well. Not too good. Wake Forest, another one of those games where you're playing out of your league, an ACC opponent. Similar to Colorado, not one that's going to go your way.
Now, for the home games, a game that they were not supposed to win, the game against UConn. UConn is a pretty strong team, and Delaware was by no means favored to win this game, but they did end up winning and got their first FBS win as an FBS program. This was their third game of the year, so the first game they played Del State, which is an FCS school, and then with their loss at Colorado, this was their first win. It was an overtime game. They won 44-41, and a lot of Delaware's players have really had a lot of big games for this game specifically. Their quarterback, Nick Minicucci, was 23 of 34 for 264 yards, which was a great game for him. He also had multiple touchdowns. Joe Nathan Silver, he rushed 15 rushes for 179 yards. Kyrie Duplessis, I think this was a really big game for him. Yes, he really got his name out there. He had 9 catches for 161 yards. And KT Say, one of our very strong defensive players, had a career best of 13 tackles.
You mentioned Kyrie Duplessis, Emily, and you're just absolutely right. He was a transfer from Coastal Carolina, a team that Delaware is actually going to be playing next season. But this was sort of the introduction game for the Delaware faithful, getting to know Kyrie Duplessis. People didn't know him too well. You know, a new wide receiver. It's his final year of eligibility. How's he going to play? Look at what he did. 9 catches for 161 yards. Everyone knows this guy's name after that, especially in Conference USA. You're afraid of Kyrie Duplessis. And Joe Nathan Silver really leading, establishing the running game, leading the offense, 179 yards. This is an unforgettable performance by the Delaware football team and their first ever FBS win. They're never going to forget it. It's as simple as that.
No, it was a great game, and I think nationally people really started paying attention to Delaware more. But one player that throughout this whole year people have been talking about is quarterback Nick Minicucci. He has had a lot of success this season. He currently leads Conference USA in passing yards and overall offense, and he's the second quarterback in program history to throw 20 touchdowns and rush for 10 touchdowns in a single season, and was one of 36 players for the Davey O'Brien Award, quarterback award for the class of 2025. So that's only one of 36 quarterbacks throughout the entire nation. So really this has been a great year for him.
And can you believe he's QB2? I mean, this was Delaware's backup quarterback coming into the season. An unfortunate injury to Zach Marker in that first game against Delaware State. But Nick Minicucci just rising to the occasion, becoming one of the best quarterbacks nationally. I'm going to say it. It's true. Look at the numbers. But now it begs the question. Zach Marker's announced his transfer from Delaware. Nick Minicucci is going to hopefully stay with the Blue Hens. Then you have Braden Streeter. Will Minicucci be QB1? Could Braden Streeter leapfrog him? Is Minicucci going to be that backup guy like a Joe Flacco, can put up the numbers but might not be the starter? That's a good question.
Yeah, no, I think it'll definitely be interesting for next year, but as we are almost short on time here, we have to talk about the fact that Delaware is going to a bowl game this year. Typically for a first year FBS program, they don't have the opportunity to be bowl eligible. But their win against UTEP got them to 6 wins, and not enough teams this year. Shout out to Alabama for beating Auburn. Got 6 wins, which allows them to get a ball game. But where will they go? That's a great question.
That's the question we're all asking, and big shout out to Alabama. But Conference USA has links to numerous bowl games throughout the country. There's ones in Florida, Alabama, New Mexico, South Carolina. The Myrtle Beach Bowl has been talked about, the Fenway Bowl. Delaware, it's just an astounding achievement that they made it to a bowl game in their first season at FBS, something that should not have happened.
For sure.
They made it.
Well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have here. Thank you so much for tuning in to our finale tonight. Have a happy holidays, and we will be back in the spring with Season 8.
Well, are you ready to do this?
I am so ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Dashing through the snow
in a one-horse open sleigh.
Over the fields we go,
laughing all the way.
Bells on bobtail ring,
making spirits bright.
Oh, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
That's right. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
What's up, everybody? My name is Haley, and I'm your host for The Mic tonight.